Welcome to GL Varsity Basketball. Today is December 14th, and this is the home opener and season opener for the Governor Livingston Highlanders as they will be taking on the Dayton Bulldogs. So as you kind of heard, the starting lineups for Dayton, you have J.J. Perez at guard, number 2, number 4 at guard, Malcolm Jackson, number 12 at guard, Aiden Picano, number 22 at forward, Kyle Rosenstock, and Luke Sherman at number 20 at center. For the Highlanders, the starting 5, John Fajardo at forward, number 30, number 13 at guard, Kyle McCulloch, number 12 at guard, Patrick McGrath, number 42 at forward, Will Sotosani, and number 5 at guard, Lev Villanueva. So those are the starting 5s as we are just about set to get underway here from the Blue Gym at Governor Livingston High School. Our officials today are Brian Leducci and Steve Taylor. Head coach for GL is Chris Loeffler, and for the Dayton Bulldogs, it is Bob Martin. Tip goes to Dayton, and we are underway here at GL. GL comes out in a man set. They're going to get it to Picano on the right side. 12 drives in, left side 2, back up top. 3 ball, no good off the backboard, and McGrath saves it from going out of bounds, gets it to Villanueva. Backs up from McGrath. McGrath's going to push left wing. McGrath bounce pass inside Sotosani. Sotosani in the post, back up top Villanueva. Gets it to the corner. McCulloch's going to dribble it out, get it back to McGrath. McGrath's going to make his move. It's going to go off of number 12's foot. No call. Villanueva on the floater. No good. Rebound Sotosani. Double clutch. No good. Fight for the rebound. Rebound Picano. He's going to push Perez. Perez is going to not retain possession, and it's going to go Highlander ball. Villanueva is going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. Picked up by number 2, Perez, over half court. Looks like a high 2-3 here for the Bulldogs. McGrath thinks about going inside to Sotosani. They're going to swing it, get it to Villanueva on the right wing. Back up top, McGrath. Pass fake, gets into McCulloch, left side. McCulloch dribbles to his right, Villanueva. Right side, McGrath. Inside Sotosani on the bounce pass. Sotosani going to work. Villanueva 3 is no good, front of the rim. Rebound Perez. McGrath is right there, and they're going to back up. That's going to be Malcolm Jackson bringing the ball up for Dayton. They're going to get it to Picano at the top. Picano's going to be picked up by McGrath. Now it's Jackson. Up top, Sherman. Right side, Perez. Perez, 3 ball. Good. Nothing but net for J.J. Perez. And Villanueva is going to bring the ball up here. He's going to give it to McCulloch on the right side. A very high 2-3 here for Dayton as GL gets it over. Back up top, Villanueva. Left side, McGrath. McGrath thought about a 3. Gets it to Fajardo in the corner. Fajardo's going to be fouled by Malcolm Jackson, number 4. And that's going to be the first team foul on the Dayton Bulldogs. Villanueva's going to take it out on the
number 4, Malcolm Jackson,
left paint line. Inbound to Sotosani corner, back up top McGrath. Right side McCulloch. McCulloch picked up by Picano. Inside Fajardo, back to McGrath. McGrath left side. He's going to drive down the lane. He's going to lose the ball. He's going to get it back. Villanueva's going to dribble it back up to the top of the key. Right wing, back to Villanueva. Villanueva up top, right side, back up top McGrath. McGrath's going to dribble to his left, corner. McCulloch thought about a 3, wraps it around to Sotosani. Sotosani in the paint, going to get his own miss after being tipped and laying in for 2. So Will Sotosani gets the first points of the game for the Highlanders. 5:40 to go in the first quarter, 3-2 in favor of Dayton. Rosenstock up top, Sherman. Sherman, 3 ball is no good for the big man as the rebound's controlled by McGrath. McGrath's going to bring it up the right side. He's going to bounce past it to McCulloch. McCulloch's going to get double teamed in the corner, back up top McGrath. Now it's Villanueva who's going to go left. He's going to keep it up top. Up top McGrath. McGrath 3 ball is good. Patrick McGrath for 3 as he extends he gets the Highlanders the lead. 5-3, 5:11 to go, first quarter. Jackson picked up by McCulloch. Back up top Sherman. Left side Picano. Picano's guarded by McGrath. It's going to be Rosenstock for 3 from the top of the key. It's going to be nothing but net for Kyle Rosenstock, as it's 6-5 with just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Villanueva's going to make his move on Picano. Get by him. Absolutely lost him there, but he's going to recover. It's a high 2-3 still for the Bulldogs. They're going to set up an offense with Villanueva at the top. They're going to weave it to McCulloch. McCulloch's going to bring it around. Screen set Sotosani. Corner for McGrath. McGrath's going to drive. Great defense from the Bulldogs as McCulloch saves it from going back court. Gets it to Villanueva. He's going to drive to his left and put it up, but it's going to be swatted by Sherman. Rebound Jackson. Great block there by Sherman. as Jackson's going to bring the ball up here for the Bulldogs. Great hands by Villanueva as he strips it. Villanueva's going to drive to McGrath in the middle. McGrath is going to put up the floater. No good for McGrath. Tipped out by Sotosani. It's going to be controlled by J.J. Perez. Perez is going to bring the ball to the middle. He's going to pull it back. He's going to be picked up by McGrath, high left side. Just over 4 minutes to go. 6-5 Bulldogs, first quarter. Jackson thought about a three. Gets it to Sherman up top. That's going to be Pacana on the left side who's going to lace the three ball, as that's going to be 9-5 in favor of the Dayton Bulldogs, as Pacana dives on the ball, and he's going to be out of bounds. So 9-5 Bulldogs with only threes for Dayton so far, just under 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Great defense getting McGrath off balance here so far for the Bulldogs. Let's see if they can adjust. McCulloch's going to bring the ball up here. He's going to bring it over on his own. He's going to get it to Villanueva, who just got over half court. Risky play there. Villanueva's going to get back to the right side for McGrath. McCulloch's going to curl up. He's going to think about a three. He's going to bounce pass it to McGrath. McGrath's going to think about a three. Inside to Sotosani. Bounce pass Fajardo at the right block. Going to be stripped by Sherman. Two great defensive plays by Sherman as Pacana's going to bring the ball up. He's going to pull it back. Right side J.J. Perez. Right corner for Rosenstock. Back to Perez. Perez is going to drive. Spin move on Villanueva. Going to lay it up. And he's going to save it from going out of bounds. Great defense from the Highlanders. And McGrath's going to get the ball left wing. Inside to Sotosani. And he's going to be fouled from behind. The foul's going to go against number 20. That's going to be Luke Sherman.
Luke Sherman, that's his first, team second.
Second team foul there for the Bulldogs. First on Sherman. McCulloch's going to get the long inbound pass from Villanueva. He's going to step into a three, and it's going to go in and out from McCulloch, and it's going to be controlled by Sherman. He's going to outlet to Jackson. Left side Perez. Just over 3 minutes to go here. First quarter, 9-5 Bulldogs. McGrath gets a hand in there. Rosenstock up top, screen set on Sotosani. Thought about a three, gets it to Perez, who puts up the three. No good. McGrath at the rebound, gets it to McCulloch to bring the ball up. Bounce pass Sotosani. Great pass, great find, but he missed the layup. Great find by McCulloch, but he blew the layup, and Jackson's going to bring the ball up here. Great defense by McCulloch to get back. He's going to put the pressure on him. Student section starting to get into it here for GL. Dayton's going to maintain possession. Perez at the top. Jackson right wing, high right wing, guarded by McCulloch. Left side Pacana, picked up by McGrath. Perez gets it up top. Villanueva closes out. That's going to be Rosenstock with the shot over Sotosani, which is going to be no good. Great job by getting a hand in his face there for Sotosani. So right corner Villanueva here. Highlanders down 4 with just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Inside Sotosani. Sotosani pump fake and left-handed layup is going to be no good, but the foul's going to go against Richard Sherman here as he got him on the arm. So that's the second personal foul on Luke Sherman, I apologize. Luke Sherman. That's his second in the team's third team foul, second personal. 2 minutes to go, 9-5. Sotosani has a chance to cut the lead to 2 here. As number 24, Conway, is going to come in here for Sherman. 2 early fouls there for Sherman, so he's going to have to sit down. Sotosani makes the first, 9-6, 2:01 to go, first quarter. And Sotosani's going to make both there, and that's going to be John Rodriguez is going to check in here for Malcolm Jackson. So 9-7, 1:58 to go, first quarter. Pacana picked up by McGrath, 12 on 12. It's going to be Rosenstock left side. Sotosani's on him. Perez gets the ball back. Villanueva on him. He's going to try to go right. Great defense, Villanueva, keeping him up there. John Rodriguez gets the ball to Rosenstock. Rosenstock to the hoop, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. Great defense from Sotosani as Kyle Rosenstock loses the ball out of bounds. And now Villanueva is going to sit down here with Fajardo as Basile and Labisi check into the game. Basile's going to bring the ball up here for the Highlanders. And he's going to get it across with giving the ball to McGrath up top. So, minute 30 to go, 9-7 first quarter for the Highlanders. Highlanders are down. McGrath dribbling up top, gets it right side McCulloch. In the corner, Basile. Basile drives. Double teamed. And it's going to be a turnover. Couldn't exactly see what it was, but it's going to be Bulldogs ball as they're going to bring the ball up here Jackson's going to check back in for
Malcolm
Rosenstock,
Jackson
and Goldman is going to check in here for Perez. So
and Nate Gold.
Malcolm Jackson's going to come back in, and Nate Goldman's going to be in the game here, and he's going to bring the ball up as Perez sits down. Basile's going to pick up Goldman. Jackson's going to get the ball right wing. Swing all the way reverse to Pacana. Pacana floater, blocked by McGrath. McGrath saves it, and McCulloch saves it twice. So it's going to be Basile's going to push. Basile with his head up, gets the ball to McGrath on the left side. McGrath doesn't settle for the three, drives inside, misses the layup. Labisi gets the rebound and gets fouled going to the hoop. So a great possession there for the Highlanders as they're going to Labisi's going to shoot 2 free throws.
Malcolm Jackson, that's his second.
So second personal foul there for Malcolm Jackson, team 4th foul for the Dayton Bulldogs as Labisi misses the first free throw.
Shooting 2.
So Rosenstock's going to check back in here. Rosenstock, I apologize. Rosenstock's going to check back in here for Jackson. 55.4 to go, 9-7 in favor of Dayton. Labisi's going to miss the second one, so he's 0 for 2 from the line, and that's going to be Goldman bring the ball up. Pacana's got on the, he's going to swing it to Rosenstock, I apologize. Rodriguez gets inside, blocked from behind by McCulloch, and Basile's going to keep his dribble. He's going to go coast to coast, layup, no, but he's going to pass it to Labisi. Labisi layup, no. Labisi's going to fight for the rebound, and the call is going to be a jump ball in favor, and it's going to retain, the Highlanders are going to retain possession here. 33.7 to go, 9-7, Dayton, first quarter. Basile is going to be the one to inbound. Inside Labisi, Labisi layup is good. Absolute big body from Labisi. And he ties the game, so it's going to be 26 seconds to go, tie game first quarter. Pacana's going to dribble it around, McGrath on him, gets it to Rosenstock. Goldman gets it back, now it's Rodriguez. Gets it back to Conway, Pacana underneath. Going to be stripped by Labisi, great defense by Labisi, Rosenstock gets the ball back, McGrath's going to double, and Labisi's going to pick up Pacana. Shot's good if it goes, no good at the horn for Pacana. So not a great first. Sorry about that, PA announcer got in my way. Not a great last possession there for the Dayton Bulldogs, but 9-9 going into the second quarter. A lot of team fouls there for Dayton as they almost reached the bonus number, which by the way resets every quarter. It's 5 per quarter, and it is 2 free throws every time that number is reached. So definitely have to be sure to watch the fouls in the second quarter. But like I said, 9-9 going into the second quarter. Great rebounding so far from Labisi, being very physical for the Highlanders. And we will be right back with the second quarter action after this. Welcome back to Highlander basketball as we are just about set to get underway with the second quarter. 9-9 tie game here, Highlanders against the Dayton Bulldogs. And it's going to be for the Bulldogs. You're going to have Goldman out there, Rosenstock's going to be out there, Pacana and Conway is going to be out there, number 24. And they're going to keep that same 5 that they finished with Rodriguez, rounding it out. Same 5 for the Highlanders also. Rosenstock up top. Calling for a Rodriguez screen. Rodriguez is going to get the ball, swing it to Pacana, right side, picked up McGrath. Screen set by Conway. McGrath gets through it, pokes it away from Pacana, and Rodriguez is going to keep the ball, pressured by McCulloch. McCulloch's going to stay on him. Basile's going to be picking up Rosenstock. A little bit of a mismatch there. McCulloch did try to contest the Pacana 3. Or, sorry, I apologize. That was Rodriguez in the corner. He was fouled going up for 3 by number 13, Kyle McCulloch on the contest.
Number 13, Kyle McCulloch. That's his first, team first.
So that's going to be the first.
Number 1, John Rodriguez, shooting 3.
Foul's going to go against McCulloch as Rodriguez misses the free throw. Pacana's going to sit down here. Apologize, Pecana's going to sit down here, but missed the first one from the line. Foul goes against Kyle McCulloch. Missed the second one, and Pecana's going to sit down, and number 21, Benjamin, is going to come into the game here for Dayton. So 0 for 2 so far for Rodriguez from the line. Makes the third one. As Basile's going to get the inbound, he's going to be pressured by Benjamin. He's going to get it to Sodasani on the left side. Back to Basile, being patient, keeping his head up. He's going to cross over. He's going to get it across to Sodasani. Sodasani's going to get it back to Basile. He's going to reset the offense. Left side, McGrath. McGrath trying to get the ball to Sodasani on the inside, but it's not going to get there. Bad pass, Basile, and he throws it right to Benjamin as Benjamin's going to push. I apologize, that was McCulloch on the pass. And Labisi's going to call for help. Rosenstock's going to go up to the hoop, get his own miss. 0 for 2 for Rosenstock, and that's going to be a jump ball as Conway and McGrath got wrapped up. And the Highlanders are going to get the ball here with the possession arrow. So 10-9, just under a minute gone by here in the second quarter. Highlanders are down by 1. Inbound to Basile. Basile's going to get it to Sodasani. Sodasani's going to go back to him. Thought about going to McGrath. Sodasani's going to use his dribble to get over, and he's going to get it to McGrath. McGrath's going to set up the offense. Villanueva and Fajardo are set to check in here for the Highlanders. Left side, McCulloch. McCulloch thinks about a deep three, gets it to Basile. Basile back to McCulloch as he's going to get it to the right side for McGrath. McGrath inside to Sodasani. The Sodasani's layup is no good, but a foul. Almost went in for the and one there as Sodasani here is going to shoot 2 free throws. So great take there by Sodasani on the feed from McGrath as the foul's going to go against number 24 Conway as Sodasani's going to make the first as Villanueva is going to check in. Looks like Fajardo's going to check in for Sodasani after the shot. So 10-9, or I apologize, it should be 10-10, 6:42 to go in the first quarter. He missed the second one, so Fajardo's going to have to wait as Rodriguez gets the rebound, gets it to Goldman to bring the ball up. Basile's going to pick him up. It's going to be Benjamin picked up by McGrath. Conway, left side, Rosenstock. Back up top, Rodriguez. Goldman's going to dribble, try to go to his right. It's going to be Rodriguez in the corner, picked up by Villanueva. Rodriguez 3 is going to be no good off the back iron, and so Sodasani's going to get the rebound. He's going to give it to McGrath on the right side. He's going to bring it up. Just over 6 minutes to go, 10-10 game. Villanueva up top. Back to McCulloch, or Basile on the left, I should say. Great bounce pass to Labisi underneath. No good, and it's going to be swatted away from behind as Labisi tries to save it, but he gets it to Goldman of Dayton. So Goldman's going to bring it in. Drive, left-handed layup is no good, way off, as Lev's going to get in there, and Labisi's going to tip the ball out. It's going to stay Dayton ball, but a great play for Labisi, and Fajardo's going to come in here for Sodasani. So 10-10, 5:51 to go, second quarter, as Villanueva and Fajardo are both out there now with McGrath, Labisi, and Basile. So Rodriguez to inbound here for Dayton. Gets it into Conway, who's going to swing it back up top, Goldman. Goldman back to Benjamin in the corner. Benjamin 3, no good, back iron. And Basile from over the top is going to secure the rebound after a great play by Labisi to get it to him. Basile 3 is good for Basile as he drains the 3 there. So 13-10, 5:30, just under 5:30 to go here in the second quarter. Highlanders have the lead. Huge 3 there for Michael Basile. Left side Rosenstock, picked up by Labisi. Goldman's going to get it and make his move on Basile. Great pass to Rosenstock, whose 3 is no good. It's short, and Basile's going to get the rebound. He's going to push. He's got Labisi with him. He's going to take it himself. High layup off the glass, going to be no good. Wanted to foul. McGrath gets the rebound and floats up and in. So 15-10, 5:02 to go in the second quarter.
15-10. 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
So Benjamin's going to he's picked up by McGrath. He's going to get it to Rosenstock, who's going to dribble to his right. Get it to Goldman, they're going to weave it up top. Rodriguez has it. Conway on the high right elbow. And it's going to be Goldman who's going to shoot the 3, and that's going to be no good, way off. Didn't even hit the rim, as it's going to be a fight for the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, but it's going to be Dayton ball as the possession arrow favors them here. J.J. Perez is going to check in for Goldman here, so he's going to come back into the game. Rodriguez to inbound. Got to get it in here. Gets it to Perez, and Perez is going to dribble to his left. Left-handed layup is good for J.J. Perez. So 4:30 to go in the second quarter, 15-12 Highlanders. Fajardo gets it back to Basile. Basile gets it to McGrath up top. McGrath left side, Basile. Basile back up top to McGrath. McGrath is going to dribble it. He's going to be pressured by Perez. McGrath, a very skilled player at the point guard position, not scared of anyone pressuring him, very patient. Gets it inside Fajardo. Fajardo tries to get it inside to Villanueva, who's cutting on the baseline, but it's going to be stolen. Perez is going to bring it up. He's going to get it to Benjamin. Benjamin shoots a three over McGrath, and that's good. Nothing but net for Benjamin, as that's going to tie the game with just under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Basile's going to bring the ball up. He's going to get it over half court despite the press. He's going to be picked up by Perez. He's going to dribble to his left. He's going to get it to McGrath, who's picked up by Benjamin. He's going to go right side Villanueva. Villanueva three. No good. Tip back out. Villanueva gets it, and he's going to put up the layup. Is good for Lev Villanueva, as that extends the Highlander lead back up to 2 and 3:30 to go in the second quarter. 17-15 in favor of the Highlanders. Conway's going to get it up top. He's going to get it to Benjamin. He's going to think about a jump shot over McGrath, but he's not going to shoot that again. Rodriguez almost goes back court, but he saves it. He's going to be Perez up top, picked up by Basile. Great hands by Basile. Basile's going to go for the steal, and Perez is going to get the ball back. Rodriguez is going to put the three up, and it's going to be Drano for Rodriguez on the left side. So 18-17, just under 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Highlanders are down 1. Basile's going to make his move to the left. He's going to kick it to Villanueva. He's going to get it back up top, McGrath. McGrath is doubled up top by the high 2-3. Dayton's been playing this all afternoon, and it's going to go back to McGrath up top. McGrath's going to shoot the three ball, and it's going to be nothing but net for Patrick McGrath. So 2:35 to go, 20-18. Highlanders back on top. Second quarter.
Highlanders lead 20-18.
So 2:30 to go in the second quarter as Conway gets it up top. Left side Rosenstock. Labisi's on him. Perez is going to get the ball. He's going to shoot the three. No, way off for Perez, as Basile's going to get the rebound. Nowhere near the rim there, and Basile's going to get it. Bounce past McGrath. Almost a lazy pass there. Gets it back to Basile. Basile bounce pass inside for Fajardo, who gets it to Villanueva, who almost loses it. And he's going to get it back to McGrath. A lot of pressure here from Dayton, as he's going to get it to Basile on the right side. McGrath's going to get it back, top of the key. Three ball for McGrath is no good, as Benjamin's going to get the rebound. He's going to push. Left side Rosenstock. McGrath's going to get in his way, and he blew the layup. Rosenstock missed it. He had a wide open lane, and he absolutely missed the layup. So minute 50 to go, 20-18 Highlanders. Villanueva's going to set up the offense. McGrath right side, back up top. Villanueva's going to fill in the hole. Now it's going to be Basile. Bounce pass to a Labisi, who's not expecting that, and JJ Perez is going to try to scoop it with the right. It's going to be no good, but Villanueva's not going to be able to control it. Tough rebound there for Villanueva, as McCulloch and that's going to be McCulloch and Sodasani are going to check back in here for Labisi and McGrath. So 20-18 Highlanders, a minute 33 to go in the first half. Rosenstock is going to be fouled from behind by number 5, Lev Villanueva. So he's going to shoot 2 here with just under a minute 30 to go. 2 team fouls on the Highlanders, so nothing to worry about there. 20-18, so Kyle Rosenstock has the chance to tie this game back up with these 2 free throws. Rosenstock's going to make the first. At the last substitution, we also had Luke Sherman and Malcolm Jackson come back into the game for Dayton, along with Pacana. So it's the original starting 5 out there for Dayton, as Rosenstock made the first and he missed the second, and McCulloch's going to outlet to Lev Villanueva, who's going to bring the ball up. He's trapped, gets it back up top to McCulloch. Basile's going to think about a 3, and he's going to be called for the travel. Great defense there by the Dayton Bulldogs, as the Highlanders have a 1-point lead, 20-18 with a minute and 18 to go in the second quarter. So JJ Perez is going to bring the ball up here for Dayton. Pacana's going to weave with Perez. They're going to get it back up top, Rosenstock. Rosenstock's going to get it to Sherman, who's going to jump it down low to Jackson. He's going to get it back outside Pacana. Great defense from the Highlanders. Pacana's shot is off, and the Highlanders have a minute to get a shot off here. 20-19, 55 seconds to go, second quarter. Plenty of time here for the Highlanders. Basile's going to take his time. Villanueva's going to back it up, and he's going to hold it on the high left side. 43 seconds to go. 1-point lead for the Highlanders going into the end of the first half. So Villanueva's going to hold it as he's going to be picked up by Pacana. He's going to swing it to Basile, and he's going to go back to Villanueva. Villanueva's going to go back to Basile, inside Sodasani. Thinks about going to McCulloch, and he's going to be fouled from behind. And that foul, he was pushed down to the ground there. That foul is going to go against number 20, Luke Sherman. So that's going to be his third foul on this game.
That's his third.
And so Conway's going to have no choice other than to come back in here. And McGrath's also going to come back in for Mike Basile. So 28.5 seconds to go. Highlanders have a 1-point lead, 20-19. Both teams have 2 team fouls, and Villanueva's going to inbound underneath the hoop. He's going to get it into a long pass from McCulloch, who's going to get it to McGrath. McGrath's going to maintain his dribble, back up top McCulloch. 22 seconds to go. Highlanders up 1. McGrath's going to keep it on the left side. He's got plenty of time. Now we're down to 16. 20-19 Highlanders. We're down to 12. All right, now we're at 10. Highlanders got to get going here. He's going to give it to McCulloch. McCulloch's going to drive left, screen set by Fajardo. Into the corners for a driving McGrath. McGrath thrower at the horn, going to be no good. Sodasani rebound, gets it off in time, and that basket will count for Will Sodasani as he lays it in at the buzzer to give the Highlanders a 3-point lead.
Bulldogs 19.
So the Highlanders have a 3-point lead here, 22-19 going into the second half, and we will be right back with the second half action right after this. Welcome back, and we are just about set to get underway for the third quarter, as it's going to be Highlander ball here coming in.
Highlanders are inbound ball. Start the second half.
It's going to be Highlander ball, both teams going with their original starting 5, as Villanueva is going to get set to inbound to McGrath to get this thing going. And here we go. Third quarter is underway as McGrath brings up the ball. Dayton's going to stay in that high 2-3 zone set on defense. Right side, McCulloch. Cross court to McGrath. He's going to be pressured. He's going to get it to Sodasani on the baseline. Back up top, McGrath. He's going to get it to McCulloch. McCulloch's going to start a dribble. He's going to get it to the right side, Villanueva. Thought about going to Fajardo there, but he's not going to. They're going to think about going to Sodasani here. They're trying to get it into him as McGrath's going to get it on the right side. McGrath's going to bounce past to Fajardo. Fajardo's going to dribble, and he's going to lose the ball out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover for GL and John Fajardo as Dayton's going to get possession here. So Perez is going to bring the ball up here for Jonathan Dayton, number 2. Pacana's going to get it back to Rosenstock. Rosenstock's going to get it to Jackson, who's going to get it back to Pacana, who's going to be picked up by McGrath. McGrath went for the steal. Pacana behind his back, doubled by Sodasani. Great defense, and throws a wild pass. Sherman goes up to get it. Jackson 3 is going to be in and out for Malcolm Jackson as a great hustle play by, that'd be Aiden Pacana to save that ball and throw it off of McGrath. So 22-19, just under a minute gone by here in the second half, or third quarter, I should say. Perez gets it up top. He's going to go left side, Pacana, who's going to put up the 3. It's going to be in and out again for Pacana as Sodasani secures the rebound and gives it to McGrath. McGrath's going to bring it up the right side. He's going to go back to the middle. Left side, McCulloch. Back to the right, Villanueva. Villanueva 3 is good! Nothing but net for Len Villanueva, and he extends the Highlander lead to 6 as it is 25-19 in favor of the Highlanders with 6:38 to go in the third quarter. Sherman's going to think about a 3. He's going to get it to Pacana. Pacana's going to go back to Rosenstock, who thought about a 3. Screen set by Sherman. Perez in the corner for 3 is no good. Air ball. And chance from the crowd to let him know as McCulloch brings the ball up. Bounce past McGrath on the right side. Leading scorer from the first half. He's going to go, Villanueva's going to get it back to him. McGrath's going to use the screen set. He's going to get it to McCulloch on the left. McCulloch's going to think about driving. He's going to pull it back, get it up top, Villanueva. Villanueva's going to set up the offense. Right side, McGrath. Back to Villanueva. Villanueva's going to go to McCulloch up top. Inside to Sodasani. Sodasani's going to go to work in the paint, and he's going to think he's fouled going up. And no foul call there as he gets knocked to the ground, and he went down hard there. Sodasani hit the deck really hard after a lot of contact in the paint. Should have been a foul there, but the officials will not call it. So 25-19, 5:53 to go in the third quarter. Sodasani appears to be shaken up after that play, as once again he hit the ground hard, but no foul call, and Perez is going to bring the ball up here for Dayton. Jackson gets it on the right side. It's going to be Sherman who's going to shoot the 3 over Fajardo. No good. He's 0 for 2 from 3 today, as McGrath's going to get it on the right side. He's going to he's going to bring it back as Jackson tries to steal it. McCulloch's going to try to dribble through. He's going to get it back to Villanueva. He's going to throw it down low to Fajardo. And they're going to reset with McGrath up top. 5:30 to go, 25-19 Highlanders. 6-point lead. McCulloch's going to dribble. He's going to be doubled and get it back to Villanueva. Villanueva's going to get it to McGrath, who fires it underneath to Fajardo. Fajardo layup is good. So a great take there for John Fajardo, and he extends the lead to 8 as they go up 27-19.
5 minutes left in the third quarter.
3-ball for Perez is good, and he'll knock the lead right back down as it is 27-22, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter as Villanueva is going to bring the ball up. He's going to be pressured. He's going to go cross court to Sotosani, who's going to get it over to McGrath. To a cutting McCulloch as his layup is no good. A lot of contact, but no call. The official's letting him play here as Sherman's going to get it. Sherman drives on Fajardo, and that's going to be called a foul on Fajardo. Not sure where that one came from. Not sure where that call came from, as they're not going to call either on Jonathan Dayton here. But 27-22, 4:44 to go, third quarter. First team foul and first personal for Fajardo. Sherman up top. Gets it to Picana. Picked up by McGrath. McGrath staying with him. Great defense by McGrath. Jackson, deep three for Jackson. It's going to be nothing but net for Malcolm Jackson. So he's going to cut the lead to 2 here. 27-25, 4:27 to go, third quarter. McCulloch's going to get it. He's going to go back to Villanueva. Villanueva's going to get it to McCulloch, who gets it over the line. And it's going to be Sotosani left side. Cross court to McGrath. Almost throws it over his head as he's going to try to throw it back to him. And it's going to be picked off. Jackson's going to come up with the ball. Just over 4 minutes to go here. 27-25. Right side Perez. Perez thought about a deep one. He's going to pull it back. He's guarded by Villanueva. Right side for Rosenstock. Perez thought about it over Villanueva. He's going to pump fake, drive baseline, and going to be swatted away from behind by McGrath, who's going to get the ball back as McCulloch gave it to him. It's going to go back to Villanueva on the right. Villanueva could have kept going, gets it back in the corner, decides not to shoot the 3, drives inside, gets it to Sotosani, who gets it back out to McCulloch. McCulloch gets it cross court to Villanueva, gets it inside Sotosani on the elbow. McGrath is going to think about a 3, pump fake, mid-range J for McGrath is no good after it rattles around. Tipped back to McGrath, and he's going to be fouled going up for 2 as a great tip from, I believe that was Fajardo underneath.
22, Kyle Rosenstock, that's his first.
So that's going to be Rosenstock's first foul of the game and Dayton's first foul of the quarter as McGrath is going to shoot 2 free throws with the potential to extend this lead to 4. First free throw for McGrath is no good. Free throw shooting, not one of his, I'd say, specialties, as he's more of a, he likes to play in rhythm. But let's see if he can knock this second one down. Missed the second one. Rebound, Sotosani. Sotosani goes up, got hit on the head, and that's going to be finally a foul call. Goes GL's way here underneath for Sotosani, and Sotosani's going to shoot 2 free throws with the same opportunity to add 2 points to this Highlander 2-point lead.
Will Sotosani, middle line, shooting 2.
Makes the first one. So 28-25. 3:28 to go. Highlanders out in front as Sherman's going to sit down and Rodriguez is going to come back into the game there for the Bulldogs. Sotosani's going to make both, so he's going to extend the lead to 4. 29-25, 3:28 to go, third quarter. As Perez is going to bring it up, he's going to be picked up by Villanueva. And Dayton's going to call a timeout here. So looks like Coach Bob Martin wants to talk things over. And it's going to be a 60-second timeout here with the Highlanders up 4 with 3:22 to go in the third quarter. So a lot of physicality underneath by both teams, but Dayton being very physical on defense with GL when they're underneath in the paint. Not a lot of foul calls. Obviously, they just got the one for Sotosani there and McGrath, but not a lot of foul calls on what looked like they should have been fouls previously as, like I said, so GL's going to come out of this timeout on defense. They're going to be up 4, 29-25 with 3:22 to go in the third quarter. They still have all 5 timeouts with Dayton only having 4 left, using 1 now. And GL has committed 1 team foul in this quarter with Dayton committing 2. So we're just about set to go here after this timeout. So 3:22 to go. Highlanders up 4, 29-25. So they're going to get it on the right sideline, and Rosenstock's going to inbound this for Dayton here. He's going to get it into Perez, who got open due to a screen. Villanueva kind of got caught behind there. Rodriguez is going to swing it left Pacana. Pacana, deep three over McGrath is good. Nothing but net for Aiden Pacana, and that is going to cut the lead down to 1. It's going to be 29-28 Highlanders. As Sotosani's going to get the ball. He's going to go back to Villanueva, who's going to bring it over half court himself. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Highlanders up 1. Right side McCulloch. McCulloch's going to drive. Floater for McCulloch is no good off the glass. And it's going to be a rebound for Jackson, who's going to push outlet Pacana. He's going to continue the push on Villanueva. His layup is no good. Oh, it goes with the foul. Didn't look like it was going to drop there for a second, but Aiden Pacana's layup is going to be good, plus the foul committed by Villanueva from behind. So a huge swing here for Dayton as they take the lead with that. It's going to be 30-29 with the opportunity to add one more here for Aiden Pacana. And he's going to miss the free throw, so it's going to be a 1-point lead, 2:45 to go. Highlanders down 30-29 in favor of Dayton. Labisi's getting set to check in here as McCulloch gets it on the right side. He's going to go back to McGrath. McGrath's going to walk into a 3-ball here, and that's going to be good for Patrick McGrath. Great shot there as he's going to get the lead back, 32-30, 2:26 to go, third quarter. Perez is going to be picked up by Villanueva. Rodriguez is going to get it. He's going to swing to Pacana. Pacana's going to be picked up by McGrath. He's going to get it up top, Rosenstock. Rosenstock got Sotosani with the pump fake, and he's going to glide to the rim for 2 points. Great pump fake and great move there by Rosenstock as it's going to be a tie game with just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. McCulloch's going to get it over. They're going to go cross court to Sotosani, who's going to get it back to Villanueva, back to McGrath. Villanueva's going to get it on the left side. Back up top, Patrick McGrath. McGrath's going to walk into a 3. He's feeling it, but it's not going to be good there for McGrath. He's going to miss it off the back of the rim. Rosenstock's going to get the ball and bring it up as he's going to get it back to Pacana. Pacana's going to drive, spin move on McGrath. McGrath went for the steal, and a great up and under for Aiden Pacana. A great shot there as they retake the lead, 34-32, 1:36 to go in the third quarter. And they're going to...
I'm out.
So a wild pass there from McCulloch as Fajardo keeps the ball, but he's going to call timeout as he was triple teamed in the corner there. It's going to be a full timeout called by the Highlanders. Great idea there from Fajardo because nothing was going to develop from that. So 34-32 in favor of Dayton. Highlanders are down 2 with just under 1:30 to go in the third quarter. Both teams now have 4 timeouts and 2 fouls. So the Highlanders looking a little bit panicked here on the offensive end of things as it looked like Labisi is going to come in here for the Highlanders and Fajardo is going to sit. (34-32), 1:29 to go in the third quarter. Very back and forth game here as the Highlanders have their ups and downs, but McGrath is lighting it up from 3 tonight. I believe he's shooting 75% from the 3-point line so far tonight. So McGrath is feeling it, and we're going to be set to go here as it looks like Dayton is going to roll with the same 5, and Labisi, like I said, is going to check in for Fajardo here. With 1 minute and 29 seconds to go in the third quarter, Highlanders are down 2, 34-32 in favor of Dayton. Inbound from Labisi is going to go, or from McCulloch is going to go to Villanueva. Villanueva's going to get it to McGrath, who's going to go back to him. Villanueva dribbles it up top, thought about going to Sotosani. Left side, McCulloch is going to get it back up top, McGrath. McGrath's going to drive to a cutting McCulloch. McCulloch's going to pull it back out. McCulloch got double teamed underneath. Good defense here by Dayton. 1 minute, 9 seconds to go. Inside Sotosani to McGrath. He's going to get it to McCulloch. McCulloch's going to shoot the 3, and he's going to not make that, but it's going to be a long rebound for number 4, Malcolm Jackson, who's going to outlet to Perez. Perez is going to bring it up. Perez is going to drive on McCulloch, and that ball is going to be stripped, and Sotosani is going to get a hand in there for the jump ball, and that's going to stay Dayton ball. So Dayton's going to inbound it underneath. 53.1 seconds to go. 34-32 in favor of Dayton as Basile's going to come in here. Mike Basile's going to come in here for number 12, Patrick McGrath, who's played a majority of that third quarter, obviously. Rosenstock gets it into J.J. Perez. J.J. Perez is going to think about a three. He's going to give it. He's going to try to go to Jackson, but it's going to be stolen by McCulloch as McCulloch lays it up and in on the fast break points. He ties the game, 34-all. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Great defense there by McCulloch, and he read that pass like a book as he gets the steal. So it's going to be Jackson who's going to dribble it up top. It's going to be Picana who's going to get it back to Rosenstock. It's going to be Rodriguez picked up by Labisi. Labisi's played good defense tonight. Perez is going to line up the three. It's going to be off the back of the iron for J.J. Perez as McCulloch gets the rebound. Basile's going to push it up here. 18 seconds to go, third quarter. It's going to be stolen by Picana, but McCulloch's going to retain possession. So he poked it out, but it's going to be 10 seconds to go, 34-34, third quarter. Basile's got the ball at the top, picked up by Picana. Villanueva's going to get it, 2 seconds. He's going to put up the floater, and it's going to be no good short. That shot will not count as Labisi laid it in after the horn. So 34-34 ball game going into the fourth quarter as both teams are going to go into that quarter with 2 timeouts, and we will be right back with the fourth quarter action. A good one here at GL. And welcome back to Highlander basketball. We're coming to you from a tie game going into the fourth quarter, 34-34, GL playing the Dayton Bulldogs. So it's going to be the same 5, but Fajardo's going to come in here for Sodasani, as Villanueva's going to have the ball. Dayton's going to roll with the same 5 they had as well. Up top, Basile. Basile's going to dribble with his left, bounce pass to Fajardo. Or that's going to be Labisi. He's going to get it to Fajardo. Fajardo's going to go back up top, Villanueva. Villanueva 3, no good. And it's going to be a fight for the rebound, controlled by Jackson. And he's going to be fouled by John Fajardo on that one.
Foul number 30, John Fajardo. That's his second.
So second personal for John Fajardo, team first. It's going to be 34-34 as J.J. Perez is going to bring the ball up here for Dayton. He's going to be picked up by Villanueva. Right side, Jackson. Jackson thought about a deep 3, gets it up top, Rodriguez, who gets it left side, Picana. Back to the right, Jackson's going to be an offensive foul called against the Dayton Bulldogs, as it's going to be called against...
Foul number 22, Kyle Rosenstock. That's his
as the
second.
PA said, that's going to be called against Kyle Rosenstock, number 22. So that's a huge turnover there for Dayton as it makes up for the loose ball foul called against the Highlanders. 7:25 to go, fourth quarter, tie game at 34. Right side, Basile. Basile thought about going inside to Fajardo. He's going to get it back to McCulloch. Bounce pass, Basile. Basile thought about a 3, goes inside Fajardo. Fajardo puts it down. Bounce pass to McCulloch. McCulloch mid-range jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound. Labisi's in there. And that's going to be... That ball's going to be maintained by Dayton after a 50-50 call out of bounds. Labisi and Basile thought that they should keep possession, but it's going to be Picana up top who's going to get it to the left side, Rosenstock. Back up top, Jackson. Right side, Picana. Picana's going to drive on Basile, and he's going to miss the layup. He blew it at a wide open layup, and he blew it again. Basile's going to push. Basile loses it, gets it back up top, or back to the left, Villanueva gets it back to him up top. Good job being patient, and it's going to be a kick ball violation as Basile tried to get the ball to Fajardo. So McGrath and Sodasani are going to come back in here for Villanueva and Fajardo as Benjamin and Goldman come back in here for Perez and Rosenstock. Trying to get the starters some rest here in the early part of the fourth quarter. Long inbound to McGrath. Thought about going back to Basile, gets it right side McCulloch. McCulloch's going to decide not to shoot it, go back to McGrath. Left side Basile, inside to Labisi, who had no one on him. Labisi tries to get it inside to Sodasani, who lost it, and Goldman's going to keep the ball. It's going to be doubled. Great defense by the Highlanders, and they're going to lose it out of bounds. Great defense by the Highlanders as they're going to lose it out of bounds. So McCulloch's going to inbound it to Basile. Great defense for the Highlanders as Goldman didn't try to drive to the hoop and he pulled it back and the double team came and the rest is history there for the Highlanders. So McGrath's going to get on the right side. Tie game at 34, 6:15 to go in the fourth quarter. Back up top, left side McGrath. Bounce pass to McCulloch, bounce pass to Basile. Basile mid-range J is good! That's going to be Dominic Labisi on the mid-range J. Just under 6 minutes to go. He gets the lead, 36-34 Highlanders. Jackson's picked up by McCulloch, who's going to... Oh, and they're going to call a foul here on Patrick McGrath on the reach, even though he came away with the ball. So 36-34, 2:51 to go in the fourth quarter.
That's his first.
That's going to be McGrath's first team second foul in this fourth quarter. Looked like clean defense there from McGrath, and he was just trying to help, but that's going to get called against him. So it's going to be Benjamin who's going to settle for the long three over Labisi. It's going to be short off the front of the rim, and McCulloch's going to get the rebound. He's going to push. He's going to put up the floater, and it's going to be no good off the glass. Putback is no good, but he got fouled going up for the second chance points. So he's going to have an opportunity to shoot two to extend the lead to four.
Number 3, Nate Goldman, that's his first.
So 36-34, 5:37 to go here in the second quarter. He's going to have two shots here from the line with a chance to extend the lead to a maximum of 4. First free throw for McCulloch is no good as Rosenstock's going to check back in here for number 4, Malcolm Jackson.
Checking back in for the Bulldogs.
McCulloch's going to miss both, so no addition to the lead there. 5:35 to go, 36-34 Highlanders. Benjamin's going to get it, guarded by McGrath. McGrath's going to go for the steal, and Benjamin's going to get around him. Great recovery by McGrath. Step back for Benjamin. No good. Rolled around, and McCulloch's going to come up with the rebound. He's going to get it to McGrath on the left side. McGrath's going to bring it up the left sideline. He's going to go down low to Labisi. Pump fake for Labisi, and he's going to be fouled. Oh, no, he stepped out of bounds, so it's not going to be a foul call, but he stepped out of bounds after trying to drive baseline. He stepped on the baseline, so it's going to be a turnover for Labisi. 36-34, 5:14 to go, fourth quarter. Benjamin back up top, Rodriguez, thought about a three, gets it Pecana left side, guarded by Labisi, or Basile, I should say. Floater for Pecana is going to be no good. There's a lid on the rim for him right now, as it's going to be a long outlet for Basile. Basile's going to bring it up. He's going to go middle. Basile middle, gets it back outside McCulloch. Now it's going to be McGrath. He's going to dump it in Labisi. He's going to pump fake inside to Sodasani. Sodasani with the left hand is no good. Rebound Rodriguez. Outlet to Goldman. Goldman's going to push it to Rosenstock. Rosenstock's going to throw the ball away, as that's going to be a backcourt violation on the Dayton Bulldogs. So another turnover for Dayton. 36-34, 4:36 to go, as Villanueva is going to come back in and replace Mike Basile. So it's going to be the original starting five with the removal of Fajardo and the addition of Labisi here. Villanueva is going to get the ball. He's going to be picked up by Goldman and Pecana on the top of the 2-3. Right side McCulloch, back to Villanueva, left side McCulloch. They're going to go to McCulloch. He's going to get the dump pass from Sodasani. Sodasani's going to kick it back out. Lev Villanueva, three, no good. Rebound McGrath. Villanueva's going to think about going again. He's not going to shoot it. They're going to stay patient here. Up 2, 4:12 to go. 36-34 Highlanders. Cross court to McCulloch from McGrath. McCulloch's going to drive in, dump pass Sodasani, and he's going to be fouled going to the hoop from behind. That foul's going to go against number 3, Goldman.
Nate Goldman, that's his second.
So Jake Goldman's going to get called for the foul here.
Shoot 2.
And Sodasani's going to shoot 2 with Perez and Jackson ready to check back in here for Dayton. He's going to make the first free throw. Sodasani shooting very well from the line tonight, as Goldman and Benjamin are going to sit down for the Dayton Bulldogs. 37-34, 4:05 to go in the fourth quarter. He makes the second one, so he went 2 for 2 from the line that time, and he's going to extend the lead to 4. 38-34, 4 minutes to go.
38-34.
Highlanders now have a 4-point lead. It's going to be Rosenstock up top. He's going to hand it off to Perez. Perez is going to try to go left. He's going to pull it back, try to go to Jackson, gets it to him. Jackson, deep three, no good off the front of the rim, and McCulloch's going to get the rebound. Back up top to McGrath, inside. Great ball movement from the Highlanders. Right side, McCulloch. He's going to get it back to Villanueva. He's going to get it left side, McGrath. Inside to Labisi. Labisi layup is good. Great find from Patrick McGrath. Eyes in every part of his head. 3:18 to go, 40-34 in favor of the Highlanders, and Dayton's going to call timeout. Huge play there for the Highlanders as Labisi lays it up and in. Great minutes here for Dom Labisi, as we'll be right back after this full timeout called by the Dayton Bulldogs. Welcome back to a Highlander varsity basketball game that we have here, and it is, so Highlanders have a 6-point lead, 3:16 to go in the fourth quarter, and they have 4 timeouts. Dayton has 3. Dayton also has 3 team fouls, with Highlanders only having 2. So 3:16 to go, Highlanders 40, Dayton 34. Dayton's going to inbound on the sideline. It's going to be Rosenstock throwing the ball in. They're going to roll with the same 5 here. Rosenstock's going to throw the ball in. He's going to get it into Perez in the backcourt. Perez is going to get it to Jackson. Jackson's going to go back up top to Rosenstock. Rosenstock's going to get it back to Jackson on the weave. Jackson's going to drive. He's going to get it to Picano, who's going to drive on McGrath. McGrath, great defense. Thought he shuffled his feet there. Looked like a travel. Jackson, 3-ball, no good. Off the rim. Rebound, Perez. Picano shoots the 3, and that's going to be no good for him also. Poked away. McGrath's going to dive on the floor for it. He gets it and calls timeout. Great job by Patrick McGrath there to call timeout with 2:48 to go and a 6-point lead. Did not want that to turn ugly, as the Highlanders will call a 60-second timeout. Great play there by Patrick McGrath, who leads this Highlander team in scoring as of now. So 2:48 to go, 40-34 in favor of the Highlanders. Dayton went on a little bit of a run to get it to 34-32, and it has been all GL since. So 2:48 to go here. Highlanders playing very aggressive defense. McGrath is sticking with Aiden Picana very well, as Picana's trying to do all sorts of things on him, but isn't able to. Moving his feet, and he's still reaching for steals, but he's being able to recover, which is huge. So 2:48 to go.
40-34, inbound the ball.
40-34 Highlanders, 2:48 to go, and they're gonna come out in a 1-3-1 set here. So Highlanders have it. McGrath has it on the left side. He's just gonna hold it. Bounce past Villanueva. Rodriguez on the pressure. Back to McGrath. Back to Villanueva. Back to McGrath. McGrath's gonna drive to his left. Bounce pass inside Labisi. But Labisi pump fake. Goes up and he's fouled. Labisi getting work in the paint right now. Hasn't made anything in regulation yet, or should I say from the field, but he is.
As Malcolm Jackson, that's his 3rd.
Labisi is getting fouled underneath and shooting free throws, which he has been making, so he's going to make the first one. 2:31 to go, 41-34 Highlanders. Makes them both. Labisi 2 for 2 from the line this trip. 42-34. And that's going to be an 8-point lead for the Highlanders, 2:25 to go. Pecana's going to get it up top. Perez has it on the right side. Screen set by Rosenstock. Perez on the drive. Floater, no good for Perez, as McCulloch's going to get the rebound and outlet to McGrath. Now it's going to be Villanueva who's going to have the ball. He's going to fling it back to McGrath. Aggressive 1-3-1 here for Dayton on the defensive end. Back to McGrath, back to Villanueva. Villanueva's going to have a lot of time. He's going to go over the top to McGrath. McGrath's going to go up to get it, and he's going to try to go inside to McCulloch, and that's going to be a bad pass thrown by Patrick McGrath. He recognizes his mistake, but we're going to have a minute 57 to go here, 42-34 in favor of the Highlanders. Jackson weaves it back to Pecana, who's going to get it to Perez. Rosenstock's going to drive on Labisi, and he's going to be fouled from on the head by Will Sotosani. So 2 free throws coming here for Rosenstock. 42-34, minute 46 to go here in the fourth quarter. 2 big free throws here for Rosenstock as he can cut this lead down a little bit as he makes the first one. So he's got the opportunity to make this only a 6-point game, which they need right now, considering there's only a minute 46 left in this game. Made the second one, as Dayton's going to call a timeout after the made free throw by, that's going to be Kyle Rosenstock. So minute 46 to go, 42-36 Highlanders, and that's going to be a full timeout for Dayton. So Dayton's going to have 2 timeouts left after this one, along with 4 team fouls. So one more, it's going to be 2 shots for the Highlanders. So 1:46 to go here in this fourth quarter. Highlanders 42, Dayton 36. Coming out of the timeout, the Highlanders will get it in the backcourt as it looks like Dayton's going to run a high 1-3-1 press here. It's going to be a diamond press here for Jonathan Dayton. So Villanueva's going to inbound it to McGrath. He's going to get it back to Villanueva. Villanueva is going to dribble it up himself with his left. Great left hand there from Villanueva. And he's going to get it to Labisi, who's going to pull it back out. McCulloch's going to get it on the left side. They're going to bring the high 1-3-1 back, so they're going to have to run. They're going to great pass from McGrath inside to Labisi. But he had it stripped going up. So a minute 30 to go, 42-36 in favor of the Highlanders.
That's his first. Team 4.
So that's the 4th team foul on the Highlanders. So sticky situations and fouls here for both teams. 42-36, minute 28 to go. Highlanders are up. Up top, Rosenstock. Back to Pecana. McGrath on him, doing a great job on him tonight. Rosenstock's going to try to drive, and thought it should have been a travel there, but it's going to be rebounded and put back out to Villanueva, who's going to get it back to McGrath. McGrath's going to bring it to the middle. He's going to cross over. He's going to go back to Villanueva, who's going to get it over himself. And Dayton's going to get the timeout here as there was a loose ball, and it looked like GL was trying to call a timeout also.
30 seconds.
But it's going to be a 30-second timeout, and Dayton's only going to have 1 left. For the minute 4 seconds to go, they are down 6. It's 42-36 in favor of the Highlanders. So Dayton's going to have possession here as there was a lot of chaos leading into that timeout, but Dayton's going to retain possession here with a minute and 4 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. 14 fouls apiece, so both teams will be in the bonus on the next foul and shooting 2 free throws. So Rosenstock's going to inbound it to Perez in the backcourt. He's going to be picked up by Lev Villanueva. Right side Jackson, back up top Rosenstock. Up top to Pecana, who's picked up by McGrath. In the corner for Perez, and he's going to miss the 3-ball. Rebounded by McCulloch, and he's going to push. McCulloch's going to get a long pass, and there's going to be a timeout granted to the Highlanders after there was a lot of chaos in the corner there. Labisi got wrapped up with Pecana.
Full timeout for the Highlanders. Full timeout.
45 seconds to go here in this game. 42-36 in favor of the Highlanders. McGrath was calling for a timeout well before the whistle was granted, but I think it wouldn't have made a difference anyway, maybe giving them a little bit more time, but less time is the Highlanders' friend right now. Right now, if I'm the coach, I'm telling them on the offensive end, get as many passes in before, if you even do take a shot, get as many passes in as possible before shooting the basketball. So 42-36 here from the GL Blue Gym. 45.4 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Both teams will be in the bonus on the next foul. 1 timeout left for the visiting Bulldogs and 2 timeouts left for your Highlanders.
45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Highlanders leading 42-36.
So McGrath's going to inbound the ball to Villanueva in the backcourt. Villanueva's going to make his move on Rodriguez. He's going to be doubled. And
30-second timeout.
Villanueva's going to have no choice other than to call a timeout with the way that play was headed. Dayton does have the possession arrow here. So smart play there by Lev Villanueva to call timeout and keep the possession with GL. He got double teamed immediately after crossing the half-court mark, and that was going to be a jump ball. So Dayton would have gotten the ball there with the possession arrow. So 42-36, only 4 seconds went by there as there's 41 left in the game. So McCulloch's going to inbound here. It's going to be the starting 5 with the addition of Labisi out there for the Highlanders. He's going to get in the backcourt to McGrath. McGrath's going to take it himself. And it's going to be stolen by Dayton, number 22 Rosenstock. And it's going to be a foul called on Villanueva. And now Rosenstock's going to shoot 2 free throws here. Looked like Villanueva had him in a chokehold there for a second. 42-36, 32 seconds to go in this game.
Rosenstock to this line, shooting 2.
So Rosenstock's going to have the chance to cut this lead down to just 4 with 32.2 seconds remaining. Great defense there by Jonathan Dayton and the Bulldogs. He's going to make the first free throw. So 32.2 seconds to go, 42-37. Highlanders out in front. Dayton is now in the bonus. Second free throw is good for Kyle Rosenstock, and that's going to be Jonathan Dayton's last time out here as they're going to try to keep GL in the backcourt so they can set up their press. Loeffler's going to have to draw. Coach Loeffler's going to have to draw up a good press break here because they were smothering McGrath they were smuggling McGrath when he had the ball in the backcourt and he was all alone. So definitely need some help for that purpose. 32.2 to go. 42-38, 4-point game. Highlanders out in front. Now this is the most important part of games, is playing all 4 quarters and including the last minute of these close games is super important for the Highlanders. So 42-38 in favor of the Highlanders. 32 seconds to go. 4-point game. Dayton is out of timeouts. He's going to inbound the ball to McGrath. McGrath's going to get it back to McCulloch, who's going to be fouled from behind, and he's going to shoot 2.
Foul number 2, Didier Perez, that's his first.
So foul's going to go against Perez, and McCulloch's going to shoot 2 free throws here for GL. That's only Perez's first, so he can keep fouling here. McCulloch goes 0 for 1 from the line to start things off. He's 0 for 3 on the day from the free throw line. Big free throw here as he makes it. So 1 for 2 from the line for McCulloch. Extends the lead to 5, 43-28. 28.7 to go in this game. Right side, Jackson. Jackson 3, no good, front rim, rebound, knocked away. They kind of ran into each other there. Sotosani had it for a second, but it's going to be Perez, picked up by Villanueva. To a cutting Jackson who wasn't ready for it. Knocked away by the Highlanders, and 15.2 seconds to go. It's a 5-point lead for the Highlanders. Great defense there, and a little bit of extra time rolled off the clock too, which is helpful for the Highlanders. It's going to be an inbound to Perez. Perez is going to try to go. He's going to shoot the 3. Good for JJ Perez. 9 seconds to go. He's going to get it back to McCulloch, who's going to be fouled by Malcolm Jackson. So
Foul number 4, Malcolm Jackson. That's his 4th.
That's Jackson's 4th. 5.8 seconds to go. 2-point game here for the Highlanders, and McCulloch has a chance to really put this game away. It's a 2-point lead right now. Needs to knock down both of these to, I'd say, ice it. Makes the first one. So 44-41, 3-point game, 5.8 to go. Dayton does not have a timeout. Makes them both, and that should do it. 5.8 to go, 4-point game. And that's the game. The Highlanders close it out when it matters most and win their home opener and season opener 45-41 against Jonathan Dayton High School, as they could not get it going in the 4th quarter. Great game there from the Highlanders, with McGrath leading the way in scoring. Huge game there for the Highlanders to open their season and defend their home court for the first game of the year. And that will do it here from Governor Livingston High School. Final score here from GL, Highlanders 45, Jonathan Dayton Bulldogs 41. We will see you next time with more GL basketball coming next week.
I think I'm gonna stay. Watch a little bit of it.
All right.